A lot of people raise eyebrows when this man dumped the National Assembly for the position of Chief of Staff.
What will you say about someone who's got, he's supposed to be in his fifth or sixth term?
Whatever.
He's been there since.
So why did he contest in the first place?
Well, he of course is a politician. He never knew that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will become president of Nigeria. So he has to get one and hold on to one first before jumping to the other one. So having won the election, he knew he could not be speaker again.
Yeah,
that's the truth, because the president is from his zone, from his state. So there's no how he can be speaker. So the best option for him is to look for another appointment, because as a speaker, you can't go out to the same house as a floor member.
Yeah.
No matter what kind of committee you're being asked to handle, you were once calling the shot. So going back to the house, just like sometimes I look at the former Senate president, his abracadabra way of going back to the Senate, and now sitting on the floor. I don't see, that as a good thing for him. But I'm not sure. He was trying to just be careful. Having lost the presidential ticket, you remember all the dramas.
Yes.
So he feels that, okay, let him go back, and of course let him just be. These guys don't just want to be idle.
Okay. They're always looking for repositioning themselves for the juicy.
But not just that, just to keep being in power.
Exactly.
To keep being in power.
Another person that got into that kind of shift.
Yes.
Umahi, a senator.
David Umahi.
And I was wondering why one will not enjoy the position of a senator, which is higher than that of a minister. But
I think I'm particularly happy that he's Minister of Works.
Okay.
Looking at his what he has done in Ebonyi State. The man is an engineer by profession, and we were told how he will assemble all the engineers, his classmates who are commissioners, who are into in the ministry, to come together and actually execute a project.
Yeah.
So I think for me, Dave Umahi leaving the Senate to go and become Minister of Works, to me it's a welcome development, if you ask me. Based on his antecedent and what he has done in Ebonyi State. But the one I'm not happy about is the fact that what's his name now? The former governor of Plateau State.
No.
What's his name again? Former governor of Plateau State, Lalong. Simon Lalong. Simon Lalong, leaving becoming a minister. But I think he's a smart guy. Because as a minister, you could be fired.
That's the point.
You could be fired. You could be.
That's exactly why I said that. You could be a legislative position is more.
You understand?
Honorable.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think for David Umahi, he knows that his performance would definitely earn him a place in the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So for Simon Lalong, he's not too sure of himself. And being a former assembly member in Plateau State, he was former speaker before he became a governor. He was one time.
One of them went back. Wasn't it Lalong that went back?
Yeah, he's going back to Senate now.
Senate, that's what I'm saying.
He was one time chairman of the Conference of Speakers.
What happened was that he still had a case in the court. So when he won, he now left the ministry.
Yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying. Because he never knew he was going to win that. Because when of course, as a sitting governor, losing the election as a senator, to someone who is not well known, it baffled him. So he took that opportunity to become a minister. And then when he now won the election, of course, this is a opportunity for me to go back to the Senate, which is what I wanted to do.
That is to tell you how the value of Senate is much more honorable.
But I'm thinking that I think it's high time that all these so-called people who have spent 8, 12, 16 years, Gbajabiamila has spent 20 years in the Senate. If you had gone back to the House, he was spending the 24 years of his life as a member of the House of Representatives.
Now, INEC has announced long ago, late last year, that they were going to start making preparations for by-election in February. And I think they are ready. The important thing, what Nigerians are watching again, INEC again, because a number of by-elections are there to be taken. We have some from Cross River State. We have some death issue, a senator who died. As the issue of some House of Reps, and those whose seats may be vacated, I don't know, may need to go back. Of course, in River State, the EA has resigned, which means there's going to be a by-election. So there will be a by-election, which is an off-cycle election in many states and many constituencies in Nigeria. It behoves on INEC, therefore, to make adequate preparation for these elections. So that it's not going to be the same story of poor electoral governance.
There's nothing new. As long as we still have the INEC chairman, I don't think there's anything new you're expecting from there.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, so because for me, I think a lot of people or government officials in Nigeria don't think about their integrity. They don't think about what name they're leaving behind, you know, legacy you're leaving behind, because you just do things all because, and I keep asking the question, what do you do with money? Yeah. What do you do with all this money you acquire, all the properties you acquire? You can hear the billions of naira now, and I think the women are doing very well now. They are like doing more than the men when it comes to manipulation of financial manipulation. You can imagine the billions that
former Minister
of Petroleum and then now former Minister of Material Affairs. You know, you can hear the kind of billions of.
So has it changed the narrative? The common narrative that women are more transparent.
No.
That was the refrain that was going on in Nigeria.
I was sharing with one of
Give women a chance, they would do better
today.
Yes.
And a former commissioner of women affairs in my state.
Yes.
You know, we were talking on the platform, and she was saying women are taking, you know, and I say they are taking over even in corruption.
Corruption.
And she said,
what a man can do, a woman can do better. Even better.
Because how do you talk about feeding people during the COVID? Was there school? There was no school.
There was no school.
And billions of naira were allocated to feeding the children where there was no school. I don't understand the way we think about reason in this country. People will still be supporting her. Now she said she's not going to come for EFCC because she's sick. Why are they always sick?